want my banned throughout the verse. The Apocalypse News Network is lit, pushing through the static, cracking corporate codes, blasting out the signal down the deep space roads, from the White Lotus towers to the rings below. Lock your frequencies tight and let the rhythm roll.
Welcome to ANN. Today we have Wasteland Harley in the studio.
Today's show is Dust and Static. We're bringing you outlaw country, southern blues, and rockabilly.
The asphalt is cracked on the old second line. Two burning suns baking down the design. The rusted out hulls of the pre-war supply, lining the highway like bones in the dry. I look through the haze where the heat ripples climb, tracking the horizon, killing the time. Way up above where the atmosphere clears, the old orbital salvage is turning its gears. The long-range patrols are patrolling the state, looking for drifters who pass through the gate. The corporation assigned my decay, putting the price on the scrap of my dray. But they'll have to catch me before the fuel drain, before the bad solar storm hits the flat plains. I got a heavy iron frame on my hip and a mind that is ready to let the hammer slip. I'm running the flats where the radiation flies, a fugitive heart underneath the dead skies. They led me to water, they led me to stone, but a drifter is destined to travel along. Yeah, the system can hum, but they won't track the spark of an outlaw who vanishes into the dark. I pull up my collar to block out the grit, biting in the filter of a smoke that is lit. The battery indicators blinking in red, a localized static storm rolling ahead. No towns on the map, just the ruins and sand, the lonely leftovers of a beautiful land. But I'd keep my foot pressed right down on the floor, chasing a dream that don't live anymore. I'm running the flats where the radiation flies, a fugitive heart underneath the dead skies. They led me to water, they led me to stone, but a drifter's destined to travel along. Yeah, the system can hunt, but they won't track the spark of an outlaw who vanishes into the dark. Behind the red bridge, I'm crossing the bones of a broken sky bridge. Keep the tires turning, keep the rifle on hand, and disappear deep in the wide open The copper lines are leaking out behind the kitchen grate. I'm staring out the porthole at a broken open shipping gate. My home world is a cinder, just a smoky orange ball, and there ain't no phone line left for me to make a call. Just the rhythmic ticking of the oxygen meter wheel, and the freezing isolation of this secondhand steel. Yeah, the company left me working on an automated dial, counting down the hours by a dead man's broken clock. I had a little woman back when the grass was growing green, the prettiest destination that my eyes had ever seen. But the corporation pulled us to the outer sector line and traded all our futures for a lithium supply mine. Now she is buried deep beneath the radiation shell, and I'm just a phantom on a forgotten shipping trail. Got nothing but a bottleneck sliding down the wire in the cold, empty vacuum, freezing out my fire. And the void is so heavy when you're left behind the line, working for some credits in an automated design. They led me to the darkness and they locked the heavy door and left an old blues man sitting on a metal floor. Yeah, the void is so heavy when you're left behind the line. My fingers are all callous from the heavy iron wrench, fixing up the boosters on a greasy metal bench. They give us synthetic rations that taste like copper rust, while our lungs are turning black from the solar storm dust. You sweat for 20 winters just to buy a piece of bread, and wake up in the morning with a target on your head. No preachers in the sector, no graveyard in the sand, just a million miles of nothing in a forgotten wasteland. I hear the hull creaking as the gravity well drops. The automated system says the coolant liquid stops. I don't look for safety, I don't pray for a relief. The loneliness is longer than a mortal sinner's grief. So I take my bottleneck and slide it down the neck and let the music echo through the shattered engine deck, hoping that the static takes the melody up high before the final bubble of my oxygen runs dry. And the void is so heavy when you're left behind the line, working for some credits in an automated design. They led me to the darkness and they locked the heavy door and left an old blues man sitting on a metal floor. Yeah, the void is so heavy when you're left behind the line. Oh, the generator's faded, the lights are turning blue, just a lonely spacer singing till the power cells expire and disappear forever in the deep dark cosmic pyre.
Ship that crashed in the dunes, fitted the thrusters with a hot rod tunes. Got a pre-war V8 mounted in the rear, running on pure methane in a junker gear. The chassis is copper and the fins are chrome. The baddest little rocket rod away from home. I hit the starter switch and the pipe starts to scream, sailing past the checkpoints like a midnight dream. The long-range patrol flashed a warning light, tried to trap my hot rod in the sector night. I pulled back the lever and I cleared the lane, leaving those corporate cruisers in a cloud of pain. My tires are solid rubber and my manifold's hot, jumping over craters in a radioactive spot. Got a trunk full of uranium and a bottle of rye, blasting through the flatlands underneath the sky. Oh, rumble, rocket rod, rumble down the line. A space age engine on a wild design. They led me to the highway, they led me to the race, and I'm tearing up the asphalt in the outer space. Yeah, the world went to pieces, but the tires are tight. Rocking this wasteland into the night. I pull into an outpost on an asteroid ridge, built right inside of a broken jump bridge. The jukebox was snapping to a vintage beat, making every space to stomp a heavy-booted feet. I grabbed a terminal seat and I ordered around and danced a fast boogie on the metal plate ground. No rules in the canyon, no central control, just a frontier party with a rock and roll soul. The reactor is buzzing and the dashboard glows green, the fastest little runner that the desert has seen. The fuel cells are loaded and the vacuum is clear. We're shifting this hot rod into top deck gear. So check your pressure valves and tighten the lug and take another swig from the copper-plated jug. We're breaking gravity wells before the dawn arrives, living on the edge of our countdown lives. Oh, rumble, rocket rod, rumble down the line. A space-age engine on a wild design. Yeah, the world went to pieces, but the tires are tight. Rocking this wasteland into the night. So hit the booster switch and let the tires squeal. Trust in the power of the steering wheel. Keep the slap bass snapping till the amplifiers fry, and vanish like lightning in the midnight sky. The world is growing cold. The big river went to dust back in '94. Now I'm scraping out the silt beneath the valley floor. Got a rusted manual drill and a broken copper can, trying to draw a drop of life from a bleeding sand. The sky's thick and heavy like a sheet of dirty lead, with an old automated satellite orbiting overhead.
capture all the rain and left the outside people to choke upon the plain. I used to have a brother, used to have a steady hand, before the corporate raiders came to colonize the land. They drafted him for labor in the deep titanium pits and sent him back in pieces when the main reactor split. Now I talk to his old boots sitting by the empty bed and wonder why the good Lords didn't take my life instead. Got nothing but the static on my low band receiver deck and a chain of old machinery hanging around my neck. And the well is running dry and the world is growing cold. They traded our salvation for a crate of corporate gold. They led me to the desert and they told me not to cry, but the water lines are broken and the throat is burning dry. Yeah, the well is running dry and the world is growing cold. I watched the twin suns sinking through the toxic orange haze, remembering the green fields of my younger days. We used to run the cattle where the shale rock is bare, before the chemical weapons poisoned all the alpine air. Now you have to wear a filter just to breathe inside the shack, and if you leave the highway, you ain't never coming back. No mercy in the wasteland, no shelter from the blast, just a lonely old survivor staring at the past. My hands are split and bleeding from the handle of the pump, living like a scavenger inside a metal dump. The automated network keeps a flashing on the screen, telling all the sectors that the atmosphere is clean. But I'm coughing up the soot and I'm looking at the rust, watching all my memories turning into dust. So I strike a single match and I let the guitar whine and sing the lonesome blues on the terminal line. And the well is running dry and the world is growing cold. They traded our salvation for a crate of corporate gold. They led me to the desert and they told me not to cry, but the water lines are broken and the throat is burning dry. Yeah, the well is running dry and the world is growing cold. The wind is bringing ash from the southern crater floor. Just a lonesome old drifter locked behind the door. Keep that slide guitar weeping till the night begins to fade, and bury my sorrows in the deep dark shade. said their long-range scouts are tracking my tread. Got an infrared target painted right on my head. They claim I stole a shipment from the automated terminal gate, but I was just salvaging the leftover freight. The corporation leaves the crates rotting in the mud, while the valley people suffer in the chemical flood. So I loaded up my flatbed with the medical supply and headed for the ridges where the air is clean and dry. I know every hideout from the basin to the peak, every hidden canyon where the water lines leak. They can send their scout drones, they can launch a tracking crew, but I can disappear inside a cloud of ozone blue. My tires are solid rubber and my armor is real, welded from the plates of an old world automobile. I don't run for cover and I don't run for fear. I just run the boundary line until the path is clear. They can hunt this fugitive across the red sand, but they'll never lock the irons on a free man's hand. They led me to the borders, they led me to the brink, but I'm the one who decides what the settlements drink. Yeah, the system can enforce their automated decay, but an outlaw is gonna find his own way. I passed a ruined billboard from the century before, advertising vacations on some distant moon shore. It made me take a laugh as I checked my rear view, looking at the dust cloud that my heavy tires blew. The old world had visions of the stars up above, but they left us in the dirt without a sliver of love. So we build our own network and we run our own line, surviving on the scraps of a broken design. They can hunt this fugitive across the red sand, but they'll never lock the irons on a free man's hand. They led me to the borders, they led me to the brink, but I'm the one who decides what the settlements drink. Yeah, the system can enforce their automated decay, but an outlaw is gonna find his own way. The radio was crackling with a bounty alert. They're offering 1,000 credits for my face in the dirt. So I turned the dashboard volume up and hit the gear shift, and vanish in the shadows of the high mountain drift. Is hazy and the synthetic water's dead. You need a classic pint glass for the reactor core red. Accidentally brewed, deliberately consumed. Keep your sector flowing while the engines are zoomed. Go to AthelComics.com right now. Grab the reactor core glass and take a bow. Clear and premium for your favorite brew. The toxic cool style for an elite space crew. Reactor core red pint glass, available at AthelComics.com.
for a toxic country mile. The generator's shaking, but the transmission's tight. We're breaking out of orbit, intersected beating night. The long-range scanner's got nothing on my tail, just a frantic little shadow on the cosmic salt trail. I hit the border station doing 99 knots. The automated lasers firing thermal heat shots. I spun the steering wheel and I locked down the brake, drifting through the debris in a radioactive wake. The cockpit is buzzing and the sub-drives are clear, shifting this junker into high-frequency gear. Got a cooler full of ice and a synth brand blend and a rock and roll rhythm that'll never see an end. Oh, rocket space bike, a rocket down the track. We're diving down the canyons and we ain't looking back. They led me to the colony, they led me to the pen, but they'll never track this rocket ride. Run a crew again, yeah, the galaxy's broken, but the slap bass is loud, flying like a bullet through the ozone cloud. We crashed a late night garage inside a hollowed out asteroid chunk, where the local grease monkeys were getting blind drunk. They were betting shiny spark plugs on a low-carb poker hand to a power radio signal broadcasting from the sand. I wagered my copper tubing just to get inside the game and left with 5 fuel injectors that I couldn't even name. No system regulation, no corporate control, just a dark zone salvage shop with a rock and roll soul. The twin suns are rising on the crater bed floor. I'm loading up the manifold to run the route once more. The pressure lines are holding and the vacuum is clear. We're tearing up the atmosphere and causing all the fear. So tighten up the lug nuts and lock the cargo bay. We're chasing down the light before it fades away. 100,000 credits for a piece of Voltec scrap and a direct destination on the outer sector map. Oh, rocket space bike, a rocket down the track. We're diving down the canyons and we ain't looking back. They led me to the colony, they led me to the pen, but they'll never track this rocket ride. Run a crew again, yeah, the galaxy's broken, but the slap bass is loud, flying like a bullet through the ozone cloud. So pull the booster lever, let the engines ignite and vanish like a phantom into interstellar night. Keep the guitar screaming till the tubes overheat and then leave them in the dust of our countdown beat.
Six 6,000 light years from a patch of open ground. Just the clicking of the thruster and the radar spinning round. I'm hauling dirty iron ore for the central grid supply, watching all the shooting stars pass my cockpit window by. My dashboard is a mess of wire, broken glass displays. I haven't slept a solid hour in 27 days. The corporate logbook says I'm just a designated crew, but this cold metallic cabin is a prison through and through. I had a home in Denver before the sky turned into smoke, before the terraforming engines sputtered out and broke. I remember how the pine trees smelled underneath the rain, before they packed us into ships and locked us in the chain. Now my children are all strangers in some automated zone, and I'm just an old pilot dying out here all alone. Got a bottle of synth whiskey sitting on the deck, and a heavy iron longing hanging heavy round my neck. And the hauling never ends, and the dark is way too deep. Got a million miles of vacuum and a promise I can't keep. They let me pointed to the star and left an old space trucker running out too far. Yeah, the hauling never ends, and the dark is way too deep. The radiation indicators ticking in the hull. I decorate my console with a cybernetic skull to remind me of the drifters who didn't make the run, who burned up on the borders of a dying binary sun. You give the system everything, your muscle and your youth, and they throw you in the furnace when you start to speak the truth. No union in the sector, no captain you can trust, just a long trail of exhaust turning into cosmic dust. I hear the sub-drives groaning as I cross the sector ridge, navigating through the wreckage of a shattered jump bridge. My oxygen is getting low, my vision's getting blurred. The low-frequency receiver hasn't picked up a single word. So I pull my bottleneck out and I press it to the chrome and play a little blues song for a world that used to be home, hoping that the static waves carry down the track before my fuel cells give out and the darkness takes me back. And the hauling never ends, and the dark is way too deep. Got 1,000,000 miles of vacuum and a promise I can't keep. They led me to the cockpit and they pointed to the star and left an old space trucker running out too far. Yeah, the hauling never ends, and the dark is way too deep. The instrument lights are blinking out one by one. Just a lonely old holler chasing down a dead sun. Keep that slide guitar crying till the oxygen is spent and disappear forever in the deep space firmament.
This is ANN. 3 issues, 1 universe. Get Vexed is available now. Don't say we didn't warn you.